Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm thinking that this might be the last video of this series of making our journal from start to finish. We started with the cover, we added signatures, then we added little fun things to our pockets, and then added all the fun little decorative pieces. And now we are going to be doing the cover. I still want to make, I'm not sure yet, depending on how the cover comes out. Let me just say something. I am really nervous. I'm nervous about making the cover because I'm just afraid I'm gonna mess it up. And I really want it to be like over the top, and I still want to show like the pretty paper underneath it, because if you can see this, it's, some people think that it's fabric, it's actual paper, and it's just matte on the back. The background is matte, and then the little it's like embossed and it's shiny and it's so pretty. And this paper I actually got from Hobby Lobby. And but I have an idea. I have an idea of what we're going to be using. I brought out a bunch of things just to kind of see what we can use. I think for sure I want to use these. Now these were actual like the antique gold brassy color, but I bought this paint forever ago from Hobby Lobby on clearance, and it's called pewter luminous type of paint. And I painted these last night, and I really like the pewter look instead of the gold, and I think that they would look really cool here on the ends, which means that I would have to kind of do something here. So I have an idea. So let's figure this out. And this is, I've been looking at videos, not videos, but I've been looking at Pinterest pictures just to kind of get ideas of what I want it to look like. And I have an idea. I've been searching through my stash and I found this beauty. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I love it. And it looks like a corset, doesn't it? I really think that this would look really cool, like on the side. But I'm trying to think, because I still want to add like a little pop of red. And I found this chain, and this is also chain from Hobby Lobby. And I just think that that might be really cool to kind of hang some way, somehow. So, okay, let's figure this out. Because I was thinking I could do maybe something like this. I'm telling you, I just brought anything and everything out. We can maybe add this to the sides so that it could have, because it's like a leather, like a pleather type of in the middle. You see that? So I'm thinking that this is the right way and that this is the wrong way, because I kind of like seeing this part of it, but I don't know, because I'm thinking that that would look really cool. But I also liked, I should have done like a live or something so that you guys could kind of help me decide, because I was also thinking this with this kind of layering on the side, since I have a lot of lace in here, layering it like this and then adding maybe like this trim on the end, the black and red. So it would be something like this on the end, and then having something here, and then maybe kind of connecting it with the chain. What do we think? I think I don't know, I think I like this better, because it kind of goes with, you know, it's the same materials that I used to decorate the pages on the inside. So even though this looks really cool too, but I'm trying to think of how I could do it. Okay. I think I'm going to take this over to the, I'm going to take out my sewing machine because I don't want, if I do put this on here, I don't want to have to glue layer upon layer. And you know that if I use the, my hot glue gun, it makes a mess. So I think I'm going to layer this. So let me go do that, add this on top here, and then we'll come back and see what this looks like all together, putting it there. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, and here's how this came out. So you could see the 3 layers, and I figured I can put this here on the side, and then adding those little things here. But I really like this whole corset kind of leather pleather kind of thing. And so I decided to kind of run this one through it just to see. And look at how cool that looks. I just kind of weaved it through. And doesn't that look so cool? So I think I'm doing this. I really like the way this looks. I like the way this looks. So what I did was I cut it and then I just kind of flipped it over and I glued it so that it kind of gives it a better like seam, I guess, a better edge so that it doesn't look like too choppy. So I'm thinking I can just go ahead and add it this way. So if I add this here, I want to see what these are going to look like here still, because I really like the way these turned out. Put this like this. See, I know that you see a glare, but that's the only thing with this paper is that there's a glare on it. But if I add those here, with this here, I can still add, like, see this? I painted this too. So I thought maybe if I add this in the middle, yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this down. Ooh, I feel like it's so permanent. And so I'm like getting a little nervous about it, but we've got to do it. So how am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm just going to add a line of glue here, little by little. Luckily, this is thick enough, so, you know, even if you won't be able to see any messiness. Okay. We're just going to do section by section. And then we'll do this here. Okay. Now we'll do this side. And I think I'm going to add it to that part instead of adding it on to the book, because I'm afraid that if I do it on the book, then I might not put it in the right spot. Let me grab some more of my glue sticks. So I went through the whole hassle of taking out my sewing machine so that I don't even use it. But we're gonna go ahead and add that there. So I didn't bother trying to sew this down because I just kind of want it. I don't think it's gonna move anywhere, but because I glued the edges, I think that will be fine. trying to see maybe if I need to glue that down. It's fine. So let's add glue there. And some there. I'm trying so hard not to let any of the little glue strings hang around, but I like it. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, so we have that. That's already set. Okay, now I for sure want to add these here. So I'm thinking I probably will have to use my, normally I'll have the E6000, but I have this one, which is the Gorilla Glue. So I'll add these here to the edges, to the corners. So let me take this off. And then let's see. Gotta handle this right. Come on. There it goes. I'm gonna have to be very careful where I add this glue because I don't want it to kind of seep through. But because it's kind of indented a little bit, you know what I mean? So I have to be careful and try to put some on the raised edges, so like that I know it's gonna stick. But still trying to be careful not to get it too messy, you know what I mean? I should have brought Q-tips so that I can clean it up once I'm done. I'm gonna add a little bit of a glob of glue in the middle, and hopefully this will work. So let me just clean off the edges a little bit, and then I have to bring this a little bit closer to me. Okay. Ooh. I am really liking this. Okay, let's do the same thing on this one. This glue I think is a little old, but it'll work. It's definitely going to have to set. Just trying to squeeze some out. Okay, now let's do the other side. Okay, let's clean off the edges. And now we're going to add this to the corner here. Doesn't that look neat? Look at that. I love it. Okay. Now because I want to add some chain, so I'm thinking about adding some chain, but I was thinking about putting this here in the middle, but maybe I have like this netting. I was thinking about adding it like this, so I can maybe, just to kind of have like a little background. I don't know if I want to put like a little rose or something in the middle. Or like I said, I have this bee, and I think the bee looks really cool. I think the bee looks really cool. So I was thinking like this, and then maybe adding jump rings to like the netting part, so that it comes down and it goes like this. Maybe add, you know, then add maybe like a little, I don't know, something. I can add like little rosettes or something off to the side here. I might have to make my own. But I'm thinking that'll look cool, right? So let's add, oh look, it was still coming out. Let me do this again. I need to make sure that I have this centered. See, I want it to be a little bit bigger than my little frame here. And then I can add maybe chain from up here, and then down here, maybe a couple little, what do you call it? I was gonna say couple chain links, but that's not the, just pieces, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna add glue to this because it's metal, and with it being metal, if I add the hot glue, it's just gonna pop right off. So whenever I use metal, I always use this one. Okay, so let me clean off the edges again and make sure that this is somewhat centered. The thing is that because my book is a little bit raised, it's kind of hard to see, but I think about here. Move it just a little bit. I know it's going to be off a little bit because of this, but I don't want it to be too close to that. So I think here's good. So I'm just going to press it down for a second because it's still, the glue still needs to go through the netting, and the netting is a little bit thick. But I just kind of roughly cut around. But I think this will work. So I can add maybe the bee in the middle. I just think the bee will look cool there, right? I'm gonna add it. So again, let me clean this off. Adding glue to this. I'm going to kind of fill up the center part. And we'll clean up the edges in a minute. Let me close this up. Okay. I was going to say, I think I need my tweezers, but I think I'm okay. Let's just add this right here in the center. Ooh. Yeah. I like that a lot. Just pressing that down for a second. Then I think we'll add the chain. Okay. Gotta make sure that I don't get any glue that I have on my fingers to get any on my book. Okay. Now I need my tools. So let me get the end of this, get a jump ring. Luckily I have like this, the same, it's like a pewter color. I don't use it very often because I don't have charms to kind of match this, but we'll figure something out. Okay, I'm gonna add the end of this. I should go ahead and add some type of charm on it now. So let me look through and see what charms I have. I've got all my charms in here. Well, most of them at least. But I have to kind of go through and see what I have. What is this? Like a little coin that matches, doesn't it? No, not a bunny. I don't want gold. I have all of this kind of like the silver tones. So let me see, let me go through and see what I have in here that I think might match. I kind of like this only because it matches, but I don't know if I want a coin on there. So let me grab a few and then we'll kind of go from there. So this is what I decided to do. I went through and I found a couple charms that I thought might be cool, but I remembered my mom had given me a long time ago some old like pendants and just charms that she had been collecting forever. And I was looking through and I found two of these. And I thought, you know what, this is going to be perfect. So what I did was, it has the little loop here in the back. And so I went ahead and attached it with a jump ring. And I have this just kind of dangling on, and I have two chains here. And what I'm going to do is, instead of putting it on here, which I'm afraid it might be too heavy, so... And I'm just for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and put this one. But when I do the final flip through video, I'm going to have one that's painted this color. So I'm going to have to go back and paint it. But in the meantime, I thought this might be kind of cool to add this maybe here, put a hole, because on the opposite side, there's nothing going on this side here of the cover. And so I thought, let's put it here and then attach them to this. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me get my hole punch. I'm gonna get my crocodile, And I'm thinking just the smaller hole should do. So now is trying to figure out kind of where I want it. I don't want it right level with this. I want it maybe a little bit further down. So I'm thinking about maybe here. So, oh, wrong one. So let's do it about there. Okay. Now I'm gonna put these through. I don't want the hole to be too big because I want it to be able to lay flat here. Okay. Then with these chains that I have here, I can attach them this way, and so it'll hang like this. So I could do one shorter and then the other one a little bit longer. So I want it to hang from the same, but I do want to put a little, I don't know if I want to put like another little charm, or maybe just, you know what? I think a red bead. I'm gonna have to get my beads out now. So I'm gonna have to get one of these. I have jump rings, but this is just one of the flathead pins. Put that off to the side, and I have really nice large red beads. Now the thing is finding them. All right, give me a second. Great. Okay. See this? I think that might be cool to have it hanging there. Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm gonna put like a little something. Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I want to add. I have these pewter ones too. I don't know. Let's figure it out. Okay. I'm gonna have to see what I like better. I gotta make sure that, see, this is gonna fall right through. So when that happens, then I get one of my little seed beads. I'm telling you, we're going along. So I'll just get like one of these little itty bitty ones, and that'll stop everything from falling down. So this little itty bitty seed bead. Okay. Put that first. I'm just gonna test it out and see. This is kind of how I'll know if I like the way it looks. So I can put that like this, just to kind of cover up. Yeah, I like that. Just to kind of cover up the little, I think I'm going to put another, see, I have all of my little seed beads in here. I just wanted to cover up the little charm that we're going to put. So there. And then I will roll this down. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to grab the tip, and with these round nose pliers, I'm going to just roll it all the way down. And then squeeze. Make sure I have everything nice and even. Okay. Then we can add another little jump ring. Then we'll add this. And then we'll add, let's see. Here's where we're going to try to figure out how short we want it. Maybe here. And I think I want to do the whole thing of this one. So let's see how that's going to look. I can always adjust it. I think it's too low, don't you think? And plus I didn't do them in the right order. Okay. So let's do this again. I'm going to take this off. So let's do this again and see. I want it to hang like this. Maybe like that. So I'm going to cut it here. So this is going to hang like this, about like that. So this one needs to hang just a little bit more. I feel like that's too much. So maybe about here. Little piece got stuck in there. Okay. Now let's try this again. So I have to stand it up, so bear with me. Now I'm going to grab it with my pliers. The longer one goes first, the shorter one goes second, and then we're going to add it here. Oh, yes. Look at that. And then this can also be like the little thing to kind of help open it. What do you think? I think we're done. I think we're done. So again, I'll come back with the final flip through because there are a couple things that I still have to add and change on the inside, just the little things that we tucked in. But I'll come back, do a final flip through. I'm going to go ahead and paint this the same color as this. And I'm not sure. I don't think I want to add like a dangle to the side because I feel like this is already enough. But I really like it. I really like it. What do you think? I'm really happy with it. I think it looks so cool. And I think this little netting in the back is just kind of like a little fun touch. But you can still see the really pretty paper in the background. But what do you think, guys? I think it looks so cool. I really like it. I can't wait. I'm going to go ahead and start painting this and let it set. I actually painted these last night to make sure that it dried. But yeah, that's it. So final reveal. I think it looks awesome. So again, we just attached this little vintage piece that my mom gave me. Add that there to the top just to kind of give it a fun little look, and then add a little pop of red down here with the chains hanging down. I think it looks so cool. So cool. Okay, well that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I will finish up the final touches, and see this? I love it. I think it looks awesome. So I will come back and do a final flip through for next week. I do have a fun haul to share with you. It's an unboxing for Monday. Tuesday I'll try to do a Tag Tuesday, and then I do have another box from Diana. So remember, we will be doing mystery packages, I guess, with all of the stuff she's been decluttering, and she's asked if I wanted to help rehome her craft supplies, and so I thought, why not try to do some like little mystery gift, not gift bags, little mystery packets, I guess, or packages of all of the things that she's been sending, because it's beautiful things, practically brand new. So we will be doing that. But I am going on vacation. I'm going home. I'm gonna go back home, visit with family starting next week, but I will have a few videos for you next week. But after that, not till I get back. So I've just been super busy. I've been really trying to get things situated. Me and my girls are going to be going back home, visit with my parents, my sisters, and all my family out there, my friends. And so yeah, so that's going to be happening next week. So I will try to maybe keep you guys updated on Instagram, maybe send a few photos of the beautiful scenery out there in LA. So we'll see how that goes. But until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And I will see you guys on Monday with an unboxing of some really cool craft supplies. So let me know what you think about the cover. Let me know. Okay, bye guys.